Okay, guys, welcome back. Let me just wrap this text. Great. So we lost where we left off was the scraper, right? We used the selenium scraping function that we created to get all the product URLs. I showed you a demonstration and how it works. So now we're going to continue building this. So but what we want to do is actually store that information that we collect from the websites into our data folder, right? So to do that, let me just delete this test. Yep, cool. Let me delete that. Great. So now let me explain. So what is going to happen is every time I run this script, right, I am going to open up a folder for the particular store that is in here. So let me show you, demonstrate. Let's say Woolies, right? And then I'm going to open up another folder inside Woolies, and I'm going to say the date, right? I'm going to give it like a date. Today is the 11th of May 2024. So it's going to be 2024/5/11, right? In that order. And then I'm going to create another folder inside that, and it's going to be product URLs, right? And then it's also going to be, then I'm also going to create another folder inside this as well, and that's going to be product data, right? That's the look that we're trying to go for. So essentially, for all the stores that we have, currently we only have Woolworths. Every time we run the script, we're going to have a new batch. Let me say batch date of data. The data will be the URL, and then the data that we scrape from those URLs will be stored there, right? So that's what we're going to be building in this video. So let me just delete this, and we can do this programmatically. How do I delete? There we go. Yes, I do want to delete that. All right, cool. So that's the idea of what we're going to be doing in this video. And then on the right-hand side, I've shown you, this is another function that we're going to build, right? So this is the inputs, and that's what we want to get as the output, right? So it's going to be called the create product URL CSV. So essentially, remember, we're storing all of these product category links, right? The URLs that we could get from each product category from each store that we would have, right, is stored in a list, right? And then what it's going to do is we're going to take all those lists, right? For each list, or yeah, for each product category, we're going to write a CSV, okay? And we're going to create, here's the process. We're going to create an output dictionary with keys where it's going to have product URLs, product category, and the date that we actually collected this information. And then from there, we're going to create values for our output. What I mean by this is, since we already created the keys, I'm going to store the values for each key. That will be the product URLs coming from our input, and then the product category, and then the dates that we scrape this, and then we're going to convert this to a pandas data frame, and from there, we're going to write to CSV, and we would get a CSV out for each of the categories for each store that we are going to be scraping, right? So get ready. Let's get to it. Okay, so now we're in our helpers file script, or that's storing all our functions, and I'll keep this screen on the right. Let me just put that back so that we can see what we're doing, the idea of what we are doing. Great. And here it is. So we're going to call this function create product URLs. All right, so we're going to say create URLs CSV, and it's going to take in a product URLs list, right, which is a string, sorry, which is a list. And then we're going to take product category, which is a string, right? And then we are going to take the current date, which is also a string. And yeah. And one more thing that we're going to take in the path where we're going to store it. We might not use it, but we just put this there in the meantime. Right. And then, all right, so I think that should be fine. Fine. Okay, great. So there's our function. And like before, I'm going to create some documentation for it. So what is this going to do? It's just going to create a CSV file containing product URLs. And that's not how you spell product, but it's okay. Product URLs, okay? And then our inputs, let's go inputs, or let's call it parameters. We have a product URLs list, which is a list of product URLs that we scraped from online store, right? And then we have another one. We're going to have products category, right? And category for which all the product URLs belong to, right? I showed you the categories on Woolworths page. I think all of them have something like that. We have current dates and dates when URLs were scraped from the internet and saved to the CSV. All right, so remember, I've wrapped my VS Code, so the code is being wrapped. So I'm not actually putting in end space. I'm gonna jump into the next line. What's this one? Store path, which is the path for the CSV. Okay, cool. And what is it? Returns product URLs CSV, which is a CSV file containing the product URLs. Okay, now let's jump into it. And I can just quickly change this. And let me look at the shortcut for this. Okay, man. All right. First things first, we have to create an output dictionary with keys, right? So create a dictionary to store the product URLs, right? So it's going to be called product dict, and just going to do it like that. So here's my keys, product URLs, and we want it to be product URLs list. Okay, and then the next one will be product category. Okay, that's fine. Category, yeah, category. And I will be taking the product category. And then the next one will be product information. Let's call this info date. It's too much typing. And it will be current date, right? Yeah, current date. So that is our dictionary. Now, I'm going to now convert this dictionary to a, I could actually just create this, but let's, never mind. I'm gonna follow the plan. All right, convert dictionary to pandas data frame, right? And then product URLs df is equals to dd dot data frame, and I'm going to take it the product dict, right? So maybe I could have just created the pandas data frame straight without having to create the dictionary, but let's continue like this. So then from there, I'm going to now write the pandas data frame, right, to a CSV. Okay, and I'm going to say product URLs CSV df to CSV, and what am I going to store it as? I'm going to say this is going to be an F string, and the store path and product category and where is it? Where we? Okay. Dot CSV. Okay. And that should be it. I'm going to write index is equals to false. Let's see. Wait, don't want an index when I save it. And just to let me know right now, remember this will all be replaced with logs. Store plus path. So it'll be store path. And it's essentially this thing. Again, right? So let's just save you here. Save. All right. Okay, so that's the function done. And then let me just remove this. And now let us go to our main.py, and we are going to start everything from scratch. Okay, because we don't need this anymore. I think I'll just copy all this out, and then I will hide it far away, right? Okay, cool. So we've imported all of the necessary. Okay, we've imported create the dictionary, helpers. Actually, I want to use it the same way. I want it to be from web scrape, import, right? Import that. Okay. Cool. So first things first, let's get the current date. Okay. Let's get to today's date. And we do that by saying current is equals to date. Current date is equals to date dot today. And I think this one is, so I'm going to say from date time import date. Okay, let me just put like the two there. Okay, cool. So, and then we can now define a date stamp that we use to save our folders. And I think I can put a space in date stamp. Okay, so all right. So now to get that as a string, I'm going to use some of the attributes of this current or this date object. So we're going to say this, that, right? So I'm going to say current date dot year, right? I'm going to get the year, and I'm going to say current date dot month, and I'm going to say current date dot date, right? So that's my date stamp. I wonder if I should just show you how it looks like before we get too far. And I can say print date stamp, show you how it looks like. And let me see if this is activated. Let me activate my pause so it's not. Okay, so I've activated it. So now I can just run Python main.py, right? Shouldn't take that long to run, but great. So that's our date stamp, right? So let's continue. Now that we have the date stamp, okay, I want to get the information, I want to get the category information. Okay, to do that, I am going to say store information. Remember, dict is equals to helpers dot what do we say with that? We call that get, yes. And then path that I want to give, let me just use this, and I'm going to say store category sheet dot xl sx. Yeah, cool. Turns a dictionary, and then cool, that's done. Just like before, I want to show you what this looks like, or we can just hover it and show you what, so it's a dictionary, right? But that could be from just this function, right? But it is a dictionary, so we can just print if I can use pretty print. Let's see. It'll pick that up. Great. Then we can say store. All right, we can run that again and see. Okay. So no such file found in here. And why is that? Let's go to our dictionary, get store, okay, path name, and all right. So it needs me to put the actual. I'm just putting that. I need to actually put the full path, right? To it. I think.